Hi folks, I just want to talk in this mini tutorial about applying for a sport job. Finding sport employment is going to be critical when you leave the university, regardless of what path your initial career takes, because we almost assume that you'll be looking for a career to do with sport, related to sport, or in which you use your sport training and your sport qualifications to obtain a career. There are some brief points I want to make, some of which reinforce what I said last week. Just before I do, I just want to commend the group who did today's tutorial on player agents, and when you see the video of this, then you'll see how they were prepared, knew what they were talking about, and raised key points. And player agents relate to one end of the sport employment scale to the professional end. If we think of sport employment, then we need to think of preparation. Preparation relates to a number of things. One, having a qualification that stands you in good stead, and you're currently doing that. Two, reading a wide range of sport pages so that you have a good understanding A, of the sport scene, and B, of sport employment opportunities. C, keep an eye on jobs that are advertised online or in print media. And D, remember that working as a volunteer, paid person, part-time person, intern will help when it comes to applying for a job in sport. Or bear in mind there are a lot of transferable skills that you have in other positions and other roles in private life, which will be advantageous when you apply for a sport position. And in the lecture last week we noted about the importance of having an independent attitude, of transferability of skills, of having a particularly inquiring mind, the ability to be relied upon, integrity, and carry out a project, etc. None of which are sport attributes alone. So whether you could be a single parent raising some children and facing all those demands, have a partner or husband or wife, face all those demands of organisation, timing, of planning, of working with people, all of these are skills that are invaluable in the sport field. If you've managed a kids team in sport, then you've met deadlines, you've worked with people, you've carried out various forms of organisation, arranged transport, planned a season. Bear in mind those are transferable skills. At what we could call, in inverted commas, a higher level, you might have worked in a small business or a large business and be responsible for ordering, budgeting, meeting deadlines, arranging staff development, facilitating staff development, working with a whole range of staff. These are going to be invaluable in sport employment. Keep an eye on websites, we mentioned some of these last week, and also keep an eye on websites for particular sports because they often contain job positions. And I'd just like to make one or two points about internships and placements. These might be in a particular aspect or sphere of a sport. Do consider the following points. 1, what experiences you're getting. 2, talking with people in that particular location about how they got their jobs, about the skills that they need, about the paths that their careers took. Talk with people in that particular sport organisation about whether you can get some experience in a different facet of that organisation while you're with them. Talk with people in that organisation about possible career paths, jobs that come up in the future, and what skills and attributes they'll require for that. If your experience is limited to one area in that particular organisation, or as a volunteer in some field of sport, then make every effort to increase that, to experience some other opportunity, to work on a different project. People in sports organisations look for flexibility, they look for people who can meet deadlines, people who can be relied upon, and people with initiative. And all of those would relate to what we've just said. If you want to follow up, if you want to get a part-time or unpaid or volunteer position, or simply work with a sport organisation to get experience, do come along and talk within the staff. But when you do have the opportunity for that placement, then do make sure that you maximise that in some of the ways we've talked about. Because one of the things that stands out, I think, with our students is when they have an internship, is applying themselves, having the initiative and confidence to ask questions, giving themselves their own backing to have a go at something, and to experience the wide range of situations, the myriad situations that come up in sport employment. Now, that's just a brief introduction. It's something that I feel strongly about because I feel strongly about the high calibre of my third year students. And it's something that you need to back up with your own life experiences and with your experiences in sport. So not a lot of hard data in this mini tutorial, mini lecture, not a lot of hard facts, but a lot, I think, of well-tried and proven aspects of gaining a position in sport.